Hello and a very warm welcome to this video. My name is Marlene and today we're going to be starting our series to talk about visa processes. Today I will tell you about all the long-term visas that you can get in Germany, and in this video series we're going to then focus on employment visas, which are the blue card and the national visa for Germany, as well as a visa for IT specialists. So if you're looking to work in Germany, this video series is for you. And after you watch all the 3 videos that I'm going to post in the course of the next 3 weeks, you will know everything you need to know in order to get a visa successfully. Today we're going to start with an overview over the different visas that you can get in Germany, because employment visas are only one option that you have. Another thing we're going to be talking about today are what are the requirements in order to get an employment visa, and I will also give you tips for the application process so that your application will be successful. The first visa option that you can apply for is a visa for employment if you want to work here. In this video series, we're going to talk a lot about the different options you have for employment visas, how you will get it, along with tips how you're going to get it. Another option that you have is you can apply for a freelance visa. So if you want to work in Germany as a freelancer, the freelance visa is going to be the right one for you. Another option is to apply for a study visa. In case you want to study for a bachelor degree or a master's degree here in Germany, then the study visa is going to be the right one for you. Another option could be a family reunification visa. So in case you already live in Germany and you want your family to move to Germany a couple of weeks or a couple of months later, then this family reunification visa would be the one for you. Normally for the employment visas, you already need to have a job offer before you move to Germany. So if you're still in your country of origin, you have already found a job in Germany, then you start your visa process from your country of origin. But if you want to already move to Germany before you have a concrete job offer, then the job-seeking visa is the right one for you. If you want, I can also make a video about the specific requirements and the application process for the job-seeking visa in another video. If you would like that, please write it in the comments below. In case you're coming for research purposes to Germany, then the research visa would be the one for you. If you want to make an apprenticeship in Germany, then that's also an option, and in that case, you would apply for a visa for apprenticeships. Now, you want to come to Germany to work here. There are 3 different visas that you can apply for. Generally, you should know it's always the same visa application process. You don't have to choose right from the beginning which visa you're applying for. You have to choose that you want to apply for an employment visa, but you don't have to choose if it's going to be a blue card, a national visa, or a visa for IT specialists. You start the visa process for employment visas. The blue card is going to be the best option because it gives you flexibility. You can work in any European country and it's not bound to just Germany. So in case you decide after a few years you want to move to another European Union country, that is possible. And you can also take your family with you, and your partner or your spouse can get a visa to work as well without any requirements. So there will be no salary requirements on your partner's visa, which is really nice and convenient as well. So this is the first option. You could get the blue card. In case you do not fulfill the blue card requirements, then the other option is the national employment visa of Germany. We're going to talk about that a lot more in the next video, but that's the second option. But in case you don't fulfill the requirements of the blue card or the national employment visa, the third option would be a visa for IT specialists. So if you're an IT specialist and the other 2 options are not available for you, you could also apply for the IT specialist visa. Now, it's important to know that for the employment visas, you already need a job offer in order to apply for the visa. If you don't have a job offer yet, then that's going to be your number 1 priority. You can let me know in the comments below if you're interested in a video about tips and tricks for applying successfully for a job in Germany. I would be happy to make a video about it. So in case you want to move to Germany with your family, your partner, your children, I would give you the tip to make the application together at the same time. If you apply for an employment visa first, you move to Germany, and then your family wants to follow, maybe a few weeks later, a few months later, in that case, they would need a family reunification visa. And that process usually takes longer than a visa for employment. So I would definitely give you the tip, if you're already planning to move together, request the visa at the same time. If you're not sure yet which visa is the right one for you, I would recommend that you use the Visa Navigator. It's an official one from Germany. I will link it in the video notes below, and then you can find out which visa you will apply for. So once your application process for the employment visa is through, you will get an initial visa in your passport and you can start preparing to move to Germany. This is going to be an initial visa. This initial visa is usually given for a time period of 3 to 6 months. So once you have come to Germany and you've started working here, you will need to apply for prolongation of that initial visa. And if you fulfill the blue card requirements, you can then here in Germany apply for a blue card or for a prolongation of the national employment visa. It's important that you do that before the initial visa expires. So let's say your visa is valid for 6 months. You will need to make an appointment before those 6 months are over. And usually it takes quite a while to get an appointment. So my recommendation would be as soon as you're already in Germany, as soon as you have all the documents you need for the visa prolongation, already make an appointment. Some cities have a special service for that. For example, in Berlin, we have the Berlin Immigration Service, and your company can help you with that. So if you have an HR department, talk to them if they can help you to get an appointment for the visa prolongation. That depends on your employment contract. If you get an employment contract for 1 year, then it's going to be limited for that amount of time. If you get a contract for 2 years, it's going to be valid for 2 years. But if you get an unlimited employment contract, then your visa is going to be valid for 4 years. Now you have applied for the employment visa. How long does it take for you to get your visa? It varies very much. It really depends on your country of origin. It can be between a few weeks. There are some countries where it takes only a few weeks for your visa to be processed, and then you get already the visa and your passport back. In other cases, it takes many months. It also depends really on when the next appointment is available. Now, once you have your employment contract and you have your documents gathered, you will make an appointment at the visa center in your country of origin. Sometimes it takes only a few weeks to get an appointment. It can be that in some countries it takes months. And of course, the visa application only gets started once you've had your appointment and you have handed in all the documents, and then they can process your visa. First of all, you need a degree from a university in order to apply for the blue card or the national employment visa. This university degree has to come from a recognized university. There's a homepage called Anabin, which I'm going to link in the video notes below. You can check if your university is recognized and if your degree is recognized. If your university and your degree are recognized by Germany already and you found that on the Anabin homepage, then that's great. Good to go on that requirement. In case your degree or university are not recognized yet, that's not a problem. You can request for a validation process. Definitely make sure you check the requirements before you make an appointment, because if your university degree is not recognized yet, you will need to apply for a validation process with Anabin. And only once you have that positive result back, then you can apply for the visa. Because in case your university degree is not recognized by Germany yet, and you apply without having done that validation process, your application is not going to be successful and you will only lose time because you will still need to go through that validation process. So I would definitely recommend, before you make an appointment, check if your university degree and university are recognized by Germany, and if not, apply for the validation process with Anabin. I'm going to link Anabin in the video notes below, along with some information how you can check if your degree is recognized there. But if you would like me to make a specific video about Anabin, please let me know in the video comments below and we can do that. If you would like to work in Germany in a regulated profession, for example in the field of medicine, then you need a professional practice permit. This is mandatory and it has to be accepted and recognized by Germany. It's also important for the visa process that your university degree is matching your actual profession. So if you want to work in the field of medicine, for example, of course you need a university degree in medicine, but also if you want to work in a business related field, you will need a degree that's relevant to the actual job you're going to be doing here. The next requirement is that you already have a job offer from Germany. You need a concrete employment contract or job offer in order to be able to apply for an employment visa. If you're older than 45 and you're moving to Germany for the first time for the purpose of working here, your gross annual salary has to be at least 46,350 euros in 2022. In case you're older than 45 and you're moving here for the first time for the purpose of employment and your salary is lower than that one, you have to prove that you have sufficient funds for retirement. Then that's also an option. They will compare your job offer to domestic employees in Germany and will see if this is comparable. For example, your job title, your working hours, your salary, your responsibilities, your background, has to be comparable to domestic employees for the Federal Agency of Employment to give their approval to your visa application. This also prolongs a little bit the duration of the visa process. So for example, in Corona times, visa applications usually took longer because the Federal Agency of Employment has to check that, and if they have fewer resources, then they can only process so many visa applications a day, and it will take longer. If you've been in Germany with an employment visa for more than 4 years, you can apply for a settlement permit. This long-term residence permit in Germany is going to give you a lot more opportunities, a lot more options than having an employment visa. For example, you can get much better interest rates in case you want to buy an apartment or a house here if you have a long-term residence permit. Now, we talked earlier about the fact that you need to apply for your employment visa in the country of origin. And that's true for the vast majority of countries, but there are some exceptions to it. If you're national from one of those countries that you can see here, you do not need to apply for your employment visa in your country of origin, but you can apply for it when you're in Germany. That means you can enter Germany for up to 90 days without a visa. You cannot yet start working. You definitely need a visa in order to start working, but you can already be here in Germany, see if you like it, see if you want to stay here, apply for jobs, and once you have an employment offer, you can apply directly at one of the visa centers in Germany for an employment visa, and you do not have to go back to your country of origin in order to apply. But in case you want to start working immediately, you will need to apply for a visa already in your country of origin. Because of course, it's going to take a little while also in Germany for your visa to be processed, so you will not be able to start working until you have the actual visa in your passport or in your hands. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and that you learned something. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel to not miss any new videos. You can support me by sharing this video with your friends in case you know someone who could also benefit from this kind of information. And I will upload new videos every Tuesday. That's it for now. Have a lovely day and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.